Personally, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if, like, she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have, like, things that she need to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like, everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just, like, extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if, like, I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at, like, situations like this to just, like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you could do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And, like, and I hate the narrative too of just, like, you know what I'm saying, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, he was just like, it really was nothing I could do. And just like, I understood. But I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, we've been able to be, like, really good teammates, like, all year. And I hate that narrative too because you know, us coming together, like, we're just two, like, real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like, I see it every day. And, like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like, moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, you know, 10 years of my, you know, track and field career, and transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my path and that's my journey. And, like, being so up close and personal with her every day. And, like, I watch this girl, like, fall on the track, like, in February and walk it off like it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cramp, but get back up and have to take, like, a month and a half of just, like, rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later, like, have a competition and, like, you know what I'm saying, like, she just had a lot of things going on and, like, a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that, like, not only I can understand, but, you know, nobody can, because she one-on-one, and I'm one-on-one too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan, because obviously he's one-on-one. And so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that, like, it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she gonna bounce back. And like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she gonna be just fine. She gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is.
According to the report, Richardson and her boyfriend Coleman were traveling for a track meet when the pair got into a verbal altercation at the Seattle airport. However, per the police report, things escalated quickly when Richardson allegedly pushed Coleman so hard that he fell into a column. The Seattle Police Department alleges in the report that after reviewing security footage, Richardson was seen repeatedly bumping into Coleman as he attempted to remove himself from the situation. They also claimed that Richardson threw a pair of headphones at Coleman. And the Times reported that Coleman did not press charges against Richardson and that he declined to be a victim. Richardson was arrested and booked at the South Correctional Entity in Washington on Sunday, July 27th, and released the following day. United States Track and Field told US Today that it was aware of the report but declined to comment on Richardson's legal woes at this time. Now, I want people to realize this, right? If the roles were reversed, and we've seen this before, if the roles were reversed and this was a celebrity male, as such as he, and he decided that he wanted to push Sha'Carri into a column, that he wanted to bump into Sha'Carri multiple times and then throw an item directly at her, what do you think the people on social media and everybody else would have said? What do you think the women on social media and these podcasts would have stated about this black young man who has celebrity and money directly to his name? And then how do you think that they would leverage this story and then try to brand black men in general, on top of trying to make content to lean more into a type of pain or victimization, right? We already seen it. I already know what would have taken place, because again, you can look at certain things that have happened with other celebrities and see where this has gone. But the most interesting thing is that when it deals with a black male that is a celebrity, that has money, that has things directly on the line that he could potentially lose, even if he defended himself in the correct, he could lose everything. He got up here and he defended his girlfriend. And this is yet again another example of a black male, quote unquote, protecting a black woman. He's trying to protect everything that she has, everything that she worked hard for, right? That's all of the sponsors, That's, her working so hard to go to the Olympics, and that's even potentially her future. And I find it interesting that in the article, he stated himself that he's not going to press charges to do whatnot or whatever because he doesn't want to be a victim or sees himself as a victim. When realistically he is. He is, because that's what it is. No woman on this planet would sit up there and decide that, oh, I'm not a victim. I'm not about to sit up there and press charge. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about. They would sit up there and press charge directly to the fullest, and they would take you for everything that you have. Am I saying that he needs to sit up there and try to take all money from her? No, I'm not sitting up there saying that. But what I'm stating is that this seems to be potentially a symptom. And usually when there's a symptom, there is a pattern. If she was so willing to do this so easily in public in front of cameras, I'm guessing that more than likely she's already done this in private, if not worse. It was just caught out here in the open. I guess she might have slipped up and whatnot or whatever. And again, I'm talking as a person where I've done quite a few videos on Sha'Carri as a fan, because I've been following her journey and the fact of how the media decided that they wanted to come directly against her. They wanted to talk negatively directly on her. They wanted to really try to smudge her name and all these other types of things and yada, 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 right? Again, it's what mainstream normally does to black athletes. But as I stated before, there are things out here that need to be critiqued, that need to be looked at, that need to be talked about in the exact same light equally. And this, again, is one of those situations. Because too many times you have women that decide that, oh, I'm going to sit up there and do what I want to do. I'm going to put hands on you and all this other type of stuff because I'm a woman and you should be able to take this. And, you're a man at the end of the day. Don't sit up there and fight back. Don't defend yourself and all this other. Like, it's crazy how this whole thing, in a sense, where how lopsided realistically it is. The system is not built for men to, try to say that, yo, I was a victim of this, that, and the third. Women will sit up there and laugh at you, and that's just to sit up there and be honest. You got women, I don't, even if women pull up here in the comment section and say that it's not funny, that's cool, I got it. But I done seen enough times, even on podcasts and other women just out there in real life talking, where they laugh when they hear of dudes getting hands put on them by women. Other guys will sit up there and laugh at dudes getting hands put on them by women. In a lot of instances, both men and women will sit idly by as a man is getting hands put on him by a woman. And the craziest part is, I get if people are fearful of trying to intervene when you have a man there. I get that one. But if it's a woman sitting up there doing the hands and feet, why would you be afraid to intervene? Both of y'all, for the men and women out there, both of y'all are strong enough to basically hold her back and to get, her up off of him. And y'all could easily do that, right? The same exact way that y'all have for centuries or whatnot, whatever. Y'all been sitting up there pulling up to the scene when the same thing happens to women. But like I said before, it's not even treated equally. It's not. I've seen too many videos. I got videos right now of guys getting hands put directly on them, and other guys are just sitting back there. I'm like, are you serious? The dude is literally trying to hold himself back while he's restraining himself to the max while trying to restrain this woman that's trying to go full force. And I'm just looking at guys just sit back there chilling. I'm like, yo, this has to be the most clown work I've ever seen. This is why I can't take dudes serious out here. This is why I can't take dudes serious, because magically the only time I see dudes wanting to intervene is if it's a guy that's potentially going to make a move on a woman, or he's even going to respond after she done basically swung on this dude 99 times. Now every dude want to sit up there and become Judge Dredd. Every dude want to sit up there and become Magneto. Every dude out here is Sabretooth and Wolverine. Magically, y'all turn into the hardest dudes. I got a mother, I got a sister, I can't stand back. I got aunts and, I got grandmothers, and you would never hit nobody like mine. Try hit me like that. But yet, when it's time for you to sit up there and defend one of your brothers, where y'all at? Y'all sitting back in silence. Y'all looking like goofies. Y'all sitting up there laughing. Like I said, it's clownery directly out here amongst both the men and the women. So all y'all can sit up there and get it. And we can have that discussion. We can have it, because I done seen it too many times. Even going back to high school, again, I done seen the clownery. So y'all can miss me with all the other type of stuff, talking about, you defend this and defend. Y'all don't defend nothing. Y'all don't defend nothing. At least evenly, you don't. And that's directly on both sides. Y'all do not defend nothing realistically. This is again why it is that within the black community, we have certain problems that have never been corrected. We have certain things that have never been talked about, because the main thing that people always want to put directly up there is like, oh, black men are negative. Black men do this. Black men do that. Even with this story, I promise you, if I were to look this up on X right now, there's a woman trying to put stats and trying to give some type of okayness to what has taken place here, because but black women have had to suffer through what black men have done to us for millennia, for the last million years, so it's only fitting now you guys understand what it is that we have gone through. Like, it's all types of clown around here, all types of clown. Like, it's foolishness. It is straight foolishness out here. And like I said, a lot of y'all are older than me, and I'm tired. I'm 1000% tired. Like I said, y'all grown, y'all acting like kids out here. Like I said, y'all acting like kids that got like broken hearts. Like, you done lost your dreams and aspirations as soon as you hit the real world, because your parents and everybody else didn't invest into you, because you selectively decided to be with the wrong types of people, and you knew they were wrong types of people, because the world, God, Jesus, the devil, your parents, everybody told you that this was the wrong person, and you still decided to sit there and be with them. So in order for you not to take the full judgment of what it is that you decided to do, you want to sit up there and put that hurt and blame directly on everybody else. And that goes directly on the men and women directly out here. Like I said, y'all clowns. And we can have that conversation. If you mad enough because of these words that I'm saying, we can have that conversation. We might even sit up there and do a live. It's like I said, y'all straight clowns. And I mean every 100% word that I sit up there and say about it. I'm talking about the men and women in the black. I mean every single thing that I say, for both sides. Like I said, any and everybody can sit up there and get it, because I done seen it too many times, and I got to repeat myself, because seemingly with repetition, that's the only way that people actually understand and get a message. Shout out to Umar Johnson. Like I said, it's crazy work out here, man. It's 100% crazy. You're watching a black man that openly got emasculated, that got embarrassed, and he has to come out here and defend the person that did it to him, and it's live on video, in order to protect their brand, in order to protect them from themselves, from their own mistakes. He has to come out and basically say something. That's crazy. And I promise you, you're going to have women out there saying like, oh, that's a good black man, da-da-da-da, all this other type of stuff, rah. But if the shoe was on the other foot and Sha'Carri was doing this for her boyfriend, they would be trying to call her a pick-me. They'll be trying to call her a clown. They will be trying to call her everything but a child of God directly online. I'm talking about specifically from the women. From the women that will be sitting up there doing that to Sha'Carri. Like I said, it's crazy work out here, man. So for the women out there, y'all got to start talking to y'all daughters. And I keep saying this time and time again. I'm not trying to hear this whole back and forth. Well, if fathers and if males and if this, I ain't trying to hit. Yo, a woman knows how to be a woman. So logically speaking, y'all got the book directly to that front cover to back cover. Y'all got the contents, y'all got the index, y'all got all of that. Y'all even got cheat codes in the back of the book. Like I said, y'all the only ones that can sit up there and give over this information to these young women directly out here, so that they don't do stuff like this. Because if I go back to the article, at no point in time did it say that that young black man was a causation, that he did this, that he did that he put hands directly on her in camera. Wasn't none of that stated. Wasn't none of that written down at all. The main thing that they made sure to highlight, and I'm happy they highlighted, was that he was walking away. And this is what most men do 9 times out of 10. It's that 1% of men that just want to sit up there and really just fight women just because. No matter what happens, it could just be sunny outside and they want to sit up there and fight a woman. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the other 9% of the times. You usually have men trying to walk away, but it's women that will antagonize a guy into some type of physical altercation. But for whatever reason, a lot of women don't want to talk about that. They want to play victim. They want to play innocent. And you even got a lot of men backing this up, talking about, man, it don't matter what a woman sit up there and do. It's a woman at the end of the day. You need to sit up there and take that. You better not raise no hands, to no woman, because if you're going to raise it to her, you better raise it to me and my brothers and da-da-da-da and rah. Like I said, it's clown work. It's straight clown work. Because again, nobody has that energy when it's the reverse. Nobody's trying to pull up to the scene 10 deep and defend a black man when he's sitting up there getting hands and feet put directly on him by a black woman. Like I said, I wait. Matter of fact, let me take that back. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I got one video of a sister that decided to pull up to the scene when the girlfriend of her brother decided, well, her brother's girlfriend, probably said it in reverse. Her brother's girlfriend put hands directly on her brother. And she knew that he was not the type to hit women. So the sister pulled up and beat up the girlfriend. That's the only time that I can literally give to you that I have as evidence that you have this very one, it's probably the rarest instances of this actually happening. Because when I look through the social media videos, when I look through all the times that I've ever seen videos on World Star, this is rarer than like a pink moon. That's how rare this is. Like I said, it's crazy. And in the black community, there's a lot of people that enable this type of stuff to go down, meaning where women can sit up there and freely just swing on men. I even gave you guys a video previously, and this was like previously on this episode of X-Men, about 3 to 4 years ago, where it was this young white boy. He was going directly into a convenience store, and the black girl sat up there and decided they're roughly the same age range, like teenagers or whatnot or whatever, or young adults. She decided she saw him and she hauled off and started swinging on this dude. And he's basically like raising his hands. Like at one moment you could see in his eyes that he wanted to sit up there and just knock the soul out her body. And then you hear people in the background, you better not touch her. You better not touch her. You better not touch her. And then you got other people in the store basically allowing this to happen. You see this black girl swinging on this white boy and y'all ain't doing nothing. What? And I want to note to people, the white boy didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing at all. But it goes to show that people allow women to do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do without anything happening. And that's insane to me. That is crazy. So like I said before, to the women that are fine with this, that agree with this, wait until you have sons. I promise you, some way, somehow, more than likely, somewhere in the future, things like this are going to take place. Because you advocate for it, you are completely fine with it, it's going to happen. And especially for the black men out there, for y'all to sit up there and advocate and be directly okay with this and not do nothing, not even try to help restrain. I ain't talking about y'all got to sit up there and just, rage out on her. I'm talking about just restrain her, hold her back so the guy can like really actually walk away. Y'all don't even want to sit up there and do that. Again, for both demographics, for black men and black women, y'all sons are going to have to sit up there and suffer and go through things of this nature. And just like as you were able to read, or more than likely even see online, how those young black men and black men in general don't get any type of protection or defense when women swing directly on them, so shall it happen and be directly on your sons. Because like I told people before, in order for people to learn a lesson, everybody got to lose. Everybody got to lose. And that's clearly the only way that people in the black community actually understand and learn something, is when everybody loses. So like I said, there can't be any winners out here, because the messages have to hit too deep in order for people to actually perform the correct corrections so that progression can actually happen. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.